Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shotgun. Hey, tempo.
They run again with Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you want to convert on 3rd.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get, to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This is Carson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First down, Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Keenum, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, they should open up his running game, too. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punter King to send it away. Along Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove down to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Let's go, go. Very left, very left. Stand up there. Hey, take 53, 55.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback. Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? The Kansas City Chiefs headed to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, the new quarterback for KC, has to deal with the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram of the Los Angeles Chargers. And the second one that catches my eye is Houston at New England. The Texans always trying to measure themselves against the Patriots. Now they get back Deshaun Watson. They get back J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless, and they take on the defending AFC champs in Foxborough.
And one crossover game that's pretty interesting. How about Jacksonville against the Giants?
What I like about that one is you have a Jacksonville team that came so close to getting to the Super Bowl last year, but they and the Giants have a similar philosophy about how to play the game. They're going to be physical. They want to run the football. So Leonard Fournette for Jacksonville and the rookie for the Giants, Saquon Barkley, they could both get a lot of carries in that game. And last but not least in that one, how about Pittsburgh at Cleveland? People don't think about that game very much, but this has been the summer of the Cleveland Browns in preseason. Will Baker Mayfield actually hit the field? And can Cleveland start a new era with a big win over Pittsburgh?
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Let's go. Hey, go, Roger. Hey, go, Roger. Go. Roger. Right there. Hey, orange. Cut.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, We're good. Safety creep. 54
And on the ground they go with the running back. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, boys. Tight right. Alert. 3 up. Hey, go, Roger. 22.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Roger. Let's go. Right 20. Hey, takes 53, 55. Roger.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing on second. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
On third and long, it's Keenum. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer?
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. They burn one here in this. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, take one, last 653. Jam. Cut.
And they'll run it here. Go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hey, let's go. 22. Hey, 50.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here goes the hot. Round 20. Jam.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go. Here we go,
On first down, it's Keenum. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Here we go.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon.
Roger. Jam. Hey, Roger. 653. Hey, we're good.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard. Pick up, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, tempo, tempo, tempo.
On 2nd down, Wilson eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
And he gets this. Inside the 35-yard line. Wilson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 34 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, Cincy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go, let's go. Down. Man down. 52, 57's down. All right. Go doctor. Mary left. Man down. Hey, go Roger.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
4 down. Man down. Here goes Todd. Right 20. Roger. Man down. Hey, 52. Get hot. We're good. Hey, go Roger. Hey, 52. Get hot. We're good. Hot.
Now it's Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Let's go. All right, 53. Hey, 52. Get hot. We're good. Hey, go Roger.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Hey, go Roger.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
52, 57's down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one is no good. He missed it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to... wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Keenum will try again on 2nd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Keenum now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Stand down. Stand down. Roger, roger, roger.
Play action. It's Keenum. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.